Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Happy Friday, everybody. We made it. We made it to Friday. Good morning, Brad. Good morning, James. How are you, James? Good morning, Jeff. Josiana. Good morning. Juan. Good morning. Good to see you. Pat. How are you, sir? Good morning. Nicholas. Good morning. Tassos. Good morning. Hey, Adam. Good morning, Adam. And Steven. Good morning, Steven. How are you? Adamas, good morning. Peter, good morning. Manish, good morning. All right, guys, it's we got 2 minutes to the cash market open here, and let's get this show on the road, right? Absolutely, Juan. Absolutely. All right, what's cooking? So let's take a look here. Okay, so we had the unemployment rate, and the market reacted positively to it. We were in the dumps early on, and then the market reversed completely with a 200 NT Rinko reversal, and we are very close to the actual target of 541. So a lot of these rotations, as long as we continue to trade above 480, has a target of 541. Okay. Now, if you remember yesterday, um, we were talking about how with this. Let me pull this up. Um, with this captain setup on the 200 NT Rinko along with the 100 NT Rinko captain setup long, this market has a target of the FOMC meeting at 555. Took them a little bit of time, but they eventually got to it. And that's a natural progression to price action, especially whenever you have something like a captain setup. It's a strong buy signal. Okay, I mean the market obviously came back and retested it, came into the middle of the range, tested, but eventually made it up to that level. So that's going to be a critical level for the remainder of the day. If we find ourselves trading above that level, then that's going to create momentum on the upside that can get us up to the 600 and potentially the 650 today. If we fail to get to that level today, like for example, this candle that we are in reverses completely to 442, then you're gonna get a lot of back and fill behavior that could test that low below 360. So the next couple of candles on the 200 NT Rinko are going to be critical. We don't see, we don't have any news coming up today. So here we go. We have the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side. Let's see here. There we go. We're pulling back here. What we're seeing here is a channel to the upside, and we have targets. Yeah, here we go. All right, we're almost there to that target of 41 coming up, and boom, we hit that target. So where's the next target? It's the FOMC number 57, and we have another target at 566. Good morning, SNK. We're getting momentum early. Early momentum here. Pullbacks are buyable toward these targets. And here we come up to that 57. I mean, it's happening quick. And 57, here we come. We're heading toward 566. And that target coming up, man. That is good. Robert, here we go, Robert. All right, good morning, Robert. How are you, sir? And good morning, Omer. And target is hit. Next target is 591. We should expect a bit of a pullback here, but fast and furious to the upside. Market is in harmony and just kept on going. Target number 3 here is hit. Target number 4 is 635 and 685. Then we have a target at 559, 591, excuse me. 591. Sheila, okay, here we go. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's talk about the harmony zones. Harmony zone number one is 541 by 31, 16 by 06. Those two zones are supportive to any pullback right now. Yeah, Brad, I was definitely taking note of that. I was definitely taking note of that. Trading above that number is going to be critical today. Okay, so we're experiencing a little bit of resistance here, which is fine. We're going to probably oscillate around that number of. Uh-oh. Some selling coming in here. Sorry about that, guys. This thing. There you go. Yeah, some selling pressure here. The 100 and the 200 is, I mean, you could tell from here that the market is getting tired, but that's an extended move. And in the first half an hour of the day, is typically things are exaggerated. So we're testing harmony zone number one right now. I mean, that's just a big area for the longs to show up at. I mean, like, what do they want to do? They want to sell off into harmony zone number two that quickly? I think you'll get a bit of back and fill here, but let's see. Part of this first 15 minutes, half an hour is just to understand what the market is doing. we're at the 50 NT Rinko, middle of the range. On ES, the pullback on ES is a lot more manageable. Like it's not that big, when you compare it to how NQ is behaving. I mean, look at this. That is severe. See, it's almost like reversing. It is not almost. It is reversing 100% of that move. Like right here is almost like the last line of defense for the longs. Ah, weakness. Weakness. That's a big time weakness right here. So we're coming up on this middle of the range. $491. If we hit 491, we're closing the 200 NT Rinko. Yeah. So we're in the middle of the range on a lot of things. We're in the middle of the range on the 70 NT Rinko, middle of the range on the 100 NT Rinko. We're in the middle of the range on the 200 NT Rinko. What I should expect right here is a sideway consolidation and some backing and filling. So most likely we're going to be between this 15 to the 30 price action right now. I mean, this is an area where they fade against that move and they start playing games in this zone. So just kind of watch out. Don't get sucked into shorts. Too early to go long. Just let this market breathe, and we could go from there. You see that? You see how it's like literally they're doing exactly what we think they should be doing. Oh, that first continuation trade right here, short at 431, at 843. Excuse me. Yes, yeah, that's the trigger trade. Yeah. Here we go. Yep, yep, it sure did. Man. Okay, they're playing games, they're playing games, they're playing games. Yeah, look at that mess. Wow. $28. Okay, so that's positive. We have the 200 and the 100 are back in sync, by the way. And we're I mean, literally, the market is just oscillating between those two zones right here. So that just kind of puts we needed to see something big. I mean, look at that. The 200 and the 100 got us. We have a switch trade on the 100 and Tirinko. That's not what the longs need to be doing here. They're struggling. Here we go. We broke that 200 NT Rinko. Okay, so since we broke that, the 200 and 100 are in sync. This is a three attempt topping behavior, and I have to be looking at the rallies now as the shorting opportunity. The next target is 66, which we just got there quick. That's an interesting market today, I tell you that one. 441 is the next target. I mean, you got to keep your head on a swivel with this market. There you go, Adam. Plus 40 points on that move. Okay. Yeah, that's just that 510 was an issue. Here we go. You may get a continuation trade here. 76. Oh, you took that spear? That's a risky one. But here you go. You're connecting with this market this morning. I'm still waiting for 9 o'clock. Okay. Adam S on YouTube is saying Apex freezes. Anyone else? Is anybody experiencing that? I mean, I'm not experiencing any issues on my end. I posted orders. Okay, so we got three people on our end saying no problems. Adam S. No delay. Robert. Yep. Four of us. I think Omer. Five of us. I think Steven said there was an issue. So 5 and 1 saying there's issues. Whenever the market is fast moving, you generally will get a little bit of Mr. Powers, huh? All right. All right. How should we play this game? I mean, I can't go short right here. All right. Well, Harmony Zone number one is 491 by 501, and 16 by 26 is. Yeah, well, Adam, I need to see you with a bow and an arrow if you want to take on that Robin Hood name. Oh, you guys are in a good mood. I like it. That's what making money makes you do, huh? Put you in a good mood. Sheila, I got your message, and yeah, I'll be looking for your machine ID, and then we can set up our meeting today, okay? All right, here we go. Next target is 441. We're starting to, by the way, we're starting to dig into, yeah, it's gonna go. Starting to dig into the Globex band, and we are about to hit Globex at 441. There's some serious action going on here. It's not even 9 o'clock. Target is hit. Now the next target is 416. Harmony zone number one is 66 by 76 and 91 by 01. Yeah, you're on fire, baby. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. 3 minutes to the top of the hour. Yep. Right to the tick to Globex. And look what they just did here. They put on a captain setup. Oh yeah, shorts came out to play for real. That's fine. Almost 9 o'clock. I mean, we've seen enough of this market. Let's see if we can find a couple of entry points and make our money and call it a day, yeah? Come on, baby. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, 9 o'clock. Okay, that was a switch trade right here. But we're trading right on Globex. You're going to get a lot of back and fill here. Let's just keep watching. If we test Harmony Zone number 1, that would be an area where I could start considering an entry point short. Where's our next target? It's 416. Target number 4 here is 430. So 430, then 416. Yeah, I mean, if it goes to 416, it's going to most likely come and test 400. This is an issue here. You don't want to see 460 because 460 will put a captain setup on the 15 long on the 50 NT Rinko. So that could be a price where the market can stabilize a little bit here. So watch out for anything above 460. So if that happens, it's going to put a pause to any short. Here we go. That's what we want to see. Target number 4 is coming up. Here it comes. And it hit. That's good. That's good. And 416 is what's next. Man, they're serious about this selling pressure here. And 416 coming up. I mean, they're putting railroad switch trades. They're putting all sort of things going on here. Just don't forget where we're coming to. See that zone right here? That's a support area to any pullback. So you want to watch and make sure that you don't get stuck in anything here. And it's too early for the longs, but you're coming into an area where the market can pause. So we hit the 16, right? And the next target is 391. Momentum is on the short side, obviously, with caution. Yeah, we should probably come back and retest this level. Stepping away for just a moment. Yeah, see how they're pulling back. I mean, whenever we've seen this before, whenever they do this and they start we're at target number 5 and we got so close to the next target, and it just happens to be the bottom end of the Globex band. So they stopped it on a dime and punched up. So some buyers are stepping in here in force and cleaning up all the stop orders. Yeah. So they're gonna probably go to 441. Yeah, see that? Yeah, it's the cleanup crew is back. That's what's going on here. Cleanup crew is back. Okay. They disconnected the 200 and the 100, and that's what I was saying right here. This is just an area where they are coming into the zone, and the bids are gonna start showing up, and they are showing up. The cleanup crew showed up. So we're testing harmony zone number 1. Now, what do we want to see to go short on a continuation basis, and on a scalping basis? We gotta go into a cloud that shifts negative, right? That's the first thing. And then a new harmony wave short. Wow. Very nice, very nice. Here we go. So the 200 and the 100 are back in sync. Okay. So let's start looking for a rally back up, and we are going to get involved in the short side. 42 to 50. Here you go. It's fast here. So I'm gonna start. Okay. Oh, they're gonna get me. They are gonna get me. All right, good for them. Good for them. Good for them. All right, so the 200 and the 100 got back out of sync here. That's how we're gonna start the day, and let's find us a winner here. So I wanted this harmony zone to hold up, and then a push lower to 25. So my entry here and here has a stop right above that zone. And look what they're doing. Okay, so they're punching it back up to harmony zone number 2. Okay. Here we go. Okay. All right, a second try here. I'm gonna keep it small. a lot of noise in the middle of the range on the 70 NT Rinko. So I'm gonna step away from this market and just give it a little bit of time. If they break 441, I'll start going short. If they continue to do this, I'm gonna see how well they handle the price action above 475. Fucking 30 points. Okay. First touch, first touch, first touch, first touch. All right, let's see what they do here. This one here. And I gotta protect that 76. If they get me there, then that may be the last trade for me for another half an hour, and I can come back and look at the market again a little bit later. Okay, all right. All right, thank you. Yeah, that's just a whole lot of chopping is going on here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a step away from it for about 15-20 minutes and come back and take a look. Oh, well, looky. Well, I'm glad that I got out of that mess, huh? So the 200 just shifted, and that basically tells me that this base is a solid base long. Okay, so as long as we continue to trade above Globex going forward, these pullbacks are buyable. I mean, I tried it 3 times here in an area where it's a legitimate continuation trade with Harmony Zone number 1 and 2 protecting the price action. Got stopped out on them. I got to take my stops and move on and just gonna keep on working. But now we're seeing a market that has a target of 516. Yeah, those 3 stops chewed up a little bit of my profit for the week for damn sure. Let's see here. What kind of shenanigans we got ourselves into. Oh yeah, it's going all the way up to 516. There you go. Oh yeah. All right, let's keep working. Let's keep working. Let's keep working. Target is 516 coming up. All right, so that was one. Let's see how that one worked out. One here, and this is the second one here. Right, that target is coming up at 516. It's possible. All right, we're testing harmony zone number 1 again. On what you're trying to go long? Oh, 509. Yeah. So what's the game plan here? Well, we have the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side. We're trading right above Globex bands. You know, it's going to consolidate here, but the direction I should be looking at is long toward 541. All right, good job, Adam. Good job. Yeah, the market needs to protect that 80. Otherwise, we're going to see a back and forth back into that 80 to 60 range if we break that 80 right now. Well, Adam. So they keep coming into harmony zone number 1, bouncing back. Okay. What is it? 9:45. I'd like to put on a good trade. Doesn't even matter if it's 1.5 points, whatever it is. We need to put on a positive trade. Let's find that positive trade. I should be looking for the long side against that 480. BKNG, no. Let's see here. Up 8% today. Booking holding. That's 8%. Yeah, I know. I saw that. Yeah, I see that. But look, I mean, they shouldn't be testing it all the way up to that level. That means it's most likely going to break up. I mean, the key here, I mean, if this candle closes lower, then yeah, maybe. Okay, we took one contract off. Can we get a push? Nope. All right, I took a flat on the rest. So I guess if I stick to scalping, I'm not gonna get. I'm getting better results in this market. Well, here we go. We got our first winning trade for the day. Let's see if I can get in again. Oh, don't do me like that. We took the first one out, and let's see if I can make anything bigger out of the second one. All right, I flatted that second one. Well, that's a second trade in a row. See if we can get a third one in. I mean, I like this captain setup with the retest. So the captain setup made 5. This retest seems to be decent so far, but it's running into this it's running into the harmony zone. So I'm just taking the scalp version of this trade. But here we go. I'm on a roll now. Have a lot of ground. I have a lot of grounds to make up, but I'm not gonna try it for the third time here. I'm gonna leave it alone. I have a rule against trying a level with this type of tight consolidation. Either it's gonna break that 85 or it's not. So I'm not gonna mess around with it anymore. It's like it's making 5 points, 5 points. That's not. All right, so let's see how everybody's doing. Across the board, Brad, James, Josiana, Pat, Robert, Sheila, Steven, Omer. How are you guys doing so far? Small green, Pat. 92% winners, okay. $470 for Robert. Good deal. Yeah, no problem, Adam S. That's the key. Okay. See this captain set up with. I mean, we made a little bit of money. We like literally threaded the needle on that trade. Okay, and now we're getting rotations back upward. We're getting a target of 541 as the next target. Oh man. Yeah, they're coming up on that level, 541. I mean, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Okay, so let's take a quick look here and see where we at in life. All right, they're running it up here. So this is my week. There's nothing for me to do. This is my week right now. So we had a really good uh, day on Monday. You know, kind of treaded some water the following days, and today is a down day. So I mean, it's a decent down day. So I'm still up like 1242 for the week, and I'm not gonna push myself just to make that ground back up. I'm just gonna be patient and wait, and I'm gonna undersize, and I'm just gonna try to put on good decisions. And if I make good decisions, then it's gonna reflect in next week. Like if I see something really solid, and now the market momentum is a solid one, then I'll take one contract trade, and I'll scalp this market versus trying to build a position and go for a swing, more of a swing decision. So that's it. I mean, it's one of those things in trading. I gotta take that day and smile. I gotta take this day and smile. I gotta take this day and smile. And I gotta take a day that looks like this and say thank you and smile. And just come back like nothing happened. I mean, it's just if if you're making good decisions and you're getting stopped, then you did your job. If you're making bad decisions and you make money, you should stop. If you're making, you know, good decisions and you're getting stopped, you should continue. It's all about making good decisions. So I can take something like that and take it home and say, okay, I did my job here. There's nothing, sometimes it doesn't matter what you do, you're going to end up expensing. It's just a function of, can you manage this day in a way that emotionally does not catapult you into a blowout. Okay, like, if you experience something like that and you say, okay, well, screw it, let's go for more size, and let's go for a bigger move, and let's make this money back, they owe me. You start doing that, then the trajectory of that trader is, he may make that money back, but guess what's happened, and always will happen, he's gonna end up turning this to 10 grand to a blowout, and then emotionally it will be harder for him to kind of recover from that. But if you take things like that in stride, say, hey, listen, I'm still up for the week, and maybe simply it's, I'm not in sync with the market, and typically on a Friday that happens to me, then just take it and say, smile and say thank you, live to fight another day, and move on. Right, so we're seeing this punch. I mean, guess where we're going? We're going to the FOMC meeting number again. So that market is, I'm sure you guys received that email from Apex, but they're doing a 90% again. So that's the code for that. Take a look. Code. And that's the code right here. Yeah, you can't beat it at 90%. So a $50,000 account is like, you know, $18 or something like that. So it's definitely, if you want to add more accounts, now is the time. All right. So target is 566 and the 555. So that's where we're heading to right now. Thank you, Pro. I appreciate you, my friend. I do appreciate you and your kind comments. Nicholas, take care, buddy. Take care. All right. Let's see what they're doing here. What are they doing? What they're doing? What are they doing? Besides taking my money today. Let's see. All right, so we're getting okay. I mean, they can test. I mean, we got so close. We got so close to the top of that range. And that 557, I mean, needs to happen because I mean, if they fade it here, we're gonna get into this, you know, rotation again of selling off to the middle of the range and consolidate. So this has to hold. Ultimately, the big deal is to break above the 557 and pick up momentum toward the 600 and the 650 against that base of that captain set up long at 432. I mean, they're really chopped up people here in this one. Well, let me tell you, Pro, the market will humble all of us. That's just one thing I learned, and the hard way. You have to always be humble. And you always got to be thankful. You got to take it all in strides. The winning days, the losing days, the, the break even days, and just smile, say thank you, and keep on working. That kept me in business. Be honest with you. That mental inclination to just take a hit and say thank you, versus take a hit and then get angry and rebel against the market and cuss the market out, and that will just burns you up as a trader. So if you learn anything here, is on a good trade say thank you, on a losing trade say thank you, and feel it, not just say it, but say it. Maybe you say it initially without feeling it, but eventually you'll start saying it and feeling it, and then you'll experience a couple of drawdowns. I was like, okay, thank you, I'm still in business. Let me try and see if I can learn from it. Sometimes sometimes there's nothing for you to learn. It's simply going to lose money. I mean, we think that every trade or every setup needs to optimize. In reality, some trades are just destined to be a drawdown. I mean, I'll give you an analogy. Poker, Texas Hold'em. You sit down on a table. You have aces. For the people who are familiar with poker, you have aces. That's the strongest starting hand you could ever have in poker. And some schmuck at the end of the table calls you with a weak hand and ends up winning on the river. You should have won with aces, but in this situation, you ended up losing money. What do? What did you do? I mean, like, what do you do? I mean, do you get upset? Do you throw cards at him saying, what an idiot? Are you gonna, like, you literally say, okay, good hand. But 9 out of 10, your aces are gonna hold. And trading is, in many ways, is no different. You put your best setup in, and you should be, 70% of the time you're good. But I've seen aces getting cracked like multiple times. So that's when I learned, when I was on the poker tables, like, hey, smile, say thank you, say a good hand, and get on with the next hand. And what I used to do before that is I used to get angry, and I used to tilt. And the concept of tilting it happens in trading big time. You get 2-3 stops in a row, and all the wheels get off. I mean, the wheels are off on the trader. And the same thing happens on the poker table. Players will, get a bad beat, and they just get angry, and they just go all in, all in, all in, all in, trying to make their money back. And 9 out of 10, they just bust out. So that mental conditioning is more critical than any trading system you'll ever have. Like, literally, that is absolutely, you get that type of thinking in your head, it's more powerful than any trading system that supposedly have an edge, because the edge will be your mental edge. And nobody can take that away from you. It's an emotional edge. But anyway. Yeah, you're not the only one, Amp. I mean, you're not the only one. Trust me. And it's what I'm saying here, what I'm about to say here. It's nuanced. Like, it's always easier after the fact for you to look at what happened and say, I should or should not have done this. But while you're in the trade and the emotions are taking over, it's almost like your fate is sealed. Okay, so the question is how, while you are in a trade, extract yourself from a bad behavior. Okay, so this way, because I cannot tell you how many hundreds and hundreds of traders that I worked with, and and myself as well. I'm not beyond that. Is I start like, okay, I know that I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing, and then you start doing it, and you cannot help yourself, and you cannot stop yourself. And the only way I figured out how to minimize this in myself and is to recognize my triggers. So we all have triggers. Okay. So for example, mine is 3 trades in a row that go against me. If I get stopped up once, twice, and 3 times, 90% of all my big losses happen after 3 stop outs in a row. That's when my wheels are off. And then I act stupid, like real stupid. Okay? And I start pushing, oversizing, holding on, moving stops. That's my worst behavior. Okay? And most people are very similar that way. Okay? So I know if my trigger of 3 trades in a row happen, I gotta take a hike. I gotta take a hike. I gotta go take a walk, freshen up, get some air, come back. And I have a sign in front of me saying 3 trades and you're out. Okay. So another trigger is looking at my P&L. So if I'm up for the day and end up getting hit multiple times, and I constantly go back and look at my P&L, I'm more prone to try to make it back and push myself to make the money. Like, okay, I'm up $1,000 and now I'm only up $300. And I'm constantly looking at my P&L. And, it's almost like you start trading your P&L and stop trading the market. So that is another trigger for me. So if I constantly look at my P&L, I take a break or stop trading for the day. And if I take 3 losses in a row, I take a break and then come back with smaller size and try to put on a good trade and nothing else. Could be just 1 point, just a good trade. Okay. So those are my 2 triggers, main triggers. I mean, obviously there's minor triggers there, but you being aware of your triggers is by far one of the biggest skills that you can accumulate as a trader. So sit down like this weekend and write the top 3 triggers that get you all screwed up, and say, okay, what am I gonna do to be aware of that trigger once it happens? Because it will happen. What is your first thing that you need to do? Okay, and do the same thing for the second one and the third one. And then you make a sheet and you stick it on your computer and say, okay, trigger number 1, 3 stops. What am I gonna do? Walk away. Trigger number 2, you're looking at your P&L and you're counting your money every 2 seconds. Okay, what are you gonna do about that trigger? Stop trading for the day. You do it once, you stop trading for the day. That's at least one idea. Or take a half an hour break and come back. Okay, so hopefully that'll help. Yeah, here we go. So I mean, they're coming in here, holding on to the structure, pushing it higher. They did the same thing right here. So the market is in a multi leg push. The target is 566. 557 is the FOMC number. And let's just keep looking here. It's 10:30. We got about a half an hour left. What am I looking for during this half an hour? Let's see. I mean, if we get an opportunity, man, I'll jump all over it. But I'm gonna do it with one contract and not add to it. So, you know, we can come in here as long as we continue to hold on above 505. These pullbacks are buyable into that target of 566. Sheila, I'll be waiting for your email. and then we can set up our meeting, because I do have to activate that license for you. Okay, so just let me know. Well, I mean, Sheila's not even in here. She's gone. Okay. Commission vendor. Show. Here we go. Sheila, I'm sending you a message right now. So team viewer. Yeah, here we go. So that target is still active, and here it comes. All right, we hit 566. I mean, excuse me, not the 566, but the 557 FOMC number, and we're heading toward our ultimate target of 566. $19. Yeah. So that was it right there. Hmm. All right. Well, there you go. Runner into the next target, 591, and from there, busting through 600 into the area of the 650. So the market is just doing that right now. Longs are strong, pullbacks are buyable. We're extended. After we hit that 591, there's a good chance that we will experience a bit of a pullback. So we're gonna have to. I mean, it may be happening right now, actually, ahead of it. But that next target, there's stops right above that 80. If they pick them up into the 90 and the whole number, then they can start fading that into lower prices. And then we can start looking at a pullback as a buying opportunity. All right, guys. So let's take one more look at the market here. ES. So I mean, it's doing the same thing here, middle of the range on the 50 NT Rinko. Next target is 54.75. FOMC numbers are way out there. 45.82. So they have a big distance to kind of cover, but the next target is coming up at that 54.75 against Harmony Zone number 2, which is 45.42.25 and 45.39 and a quarter. Okay, so that's what's going on there. And from perspective of NQ, our target is 591. Take care, Omer. And we're heading to like 591, and Harmony Zone number 1 is 541 by 531 and 16 by '06. So those two zones need to hold against any pullback. We have the FOMC number at 557. Pullbacks are buyable. What would be a good entry is this disconnect of the Harmony wave and reconnect of it right here. So if we start consolidating around the FOMC, then we establish a new Harmony wave. That will set the stage for a run-up. And that's it for me for the day. Most likely I'm not gonna come back to this market and just gonna call it a week and go into next week with a fresh start. And you guys take care. Sheila, stay in the room. Stay in the room so we could get you set up on your laptop, okay? And everybody else, we'll see you Monday morning. You guys have a blessed weekend.